Hi, my name is Shree Kirloskar and I was a part of Himakant sir's ambitious project called SUPER36, and I feel so elevated to say that I have cleared both groups of CA final in the November 21 cycle with exemptions in SFM and economic laws. Learned a lot in this phase when I was along with some other students who were also part of this batch. Learned some very amazing techniques, how to uh, present your answers perfectly, how to correct them, how to evaluate the answers you have written according to the institute standards. But since I have to keep this video short, if I want to summarize what I learned, my top three learnings will be: number one is one subject, 1 week strategy. Now, when I was introduced to this, I was very surprised because in the past I have always been a person who studies, two subjects at least, a minimum per day. But when I was told to inculcate this strategy, it was like you have to study one subject for 1 week. It was a bit difficult in the beginning, but slowly I got to understood that how one subject, just sticking to one subject and just focusing on that subject, on that particular book or a particular piece of paper which you are writing, you can slowly and steadily you can increase your productivity and attachment to the subject, because you have directed your full concentration only to that subject. So I used to study only a single subject from Monday to Saturday and used to give a test of 2 hours on Sunday and used to evaluate that test. So one subject 1 week strategy was definitely a great helper for me. Second important learning would be, which is very close to me and for which I thank sir a lot, was introducing me to importance of revisions. Now, as someone, I used to take revisions very lightly. I just used to skim in my second reading and third reading and used to revise what was there written in the text. But that's not how revision is. I when I got introduced in this batch, the framework was 15 minutes of reading and 10 minutes of revision every single day, even if it's first revision or your second revision cycle or third revision cycle. You got to keep on revising again and again, and then only you will be able to retain it in exams. It's an amazing feeling when you are reading the question papers and all the points suddenly appear at the back of your brain. Especially when you're reading some case studies. For example, a question may have multiple answers, and all those answers are getting rejuvenated and getting revised in the back of the head. That was achievable only because I followed rigorous revisions, pre-revision, revision, or rewriting for that sake. Third and the last but not the least learning will be tremendous writing practice and self-evaluation. Like I said, I used to give test every single Sunday, I for 2 hours or maybe the 3 hour cycle, and I used to evaluate it on my own. I did not enroll for any test series. I just used to write those papers and used to evaluate by thinking what the examiner would think if he or she would be evaluating the same paper. So I was not that much, but I was able to think what the examiner was expecting, as I used to compare those answers with the suggested ones. So that increased my writing practice, that increased my confidence, that increased my writing speed, and importantly time management, managing questions according to the time frame. Like 1 hour I used to allot this much marks, 2 hours I used to allot this much marks. So time management was another factor for which definitely was an improvement for me. So these were the top three learnings I learned from this batch. It was really an amazing batch, and the social accountability concept was very amazing. I was with people who were just like me, and by seeing their performance, it also motivated me every day. When there was an Excel sheet, I used to just look at them and look at the progress. If I had underperformed that day, I used to feel motivated and used to double my efforts, at least used to try to do it. So these are some little things which I inculcated in my everyday routine. And as the word Kaizen says, small improvements every day results in radical changes. So these improvements helped me a lot in clearing my exams, and I was able to do it very very successfully. So that was about it. That was something which I learned from this batch, and I feel really amazing to be a part of this. Thank you so much, sir.